Sing ciao, everybody. Welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve, and got a good one for you today. Got going nice and early, and I'm down at the bay, so there's going to be some great sights in the background today. Haven't been down here for a little while, focused on walking the streets and showing you some of the background of Vietnam. But today I've walked along the front of the bay here, and I'm right up against the water, so it's going to be very picturesque for you as I talk about my topic for today. Really appreciate you stopping in, and so without any further ado, let's get started. Hello. Hello. Oh dear. How embarrassing. All right. First things first. And I've only got two things to share with you today. I'm going to talk to you about the diet here in Vietnam and the lifestyle here in Vietnam. So I'll just bring you back a bit closer because I've got some guys running past here and I don't want to clean them up with the drone. Okay, diet in Vietnam. And I realised this when I had some friends come to visit, that in the West we're basically having a crack at beef and lamb, chicken and fish, and a bit of pork. And that's about it. But when you go to a restaurant or somebody's house here in Vietnam, you get a lot more variety than that. You'll get a bit of chicken, but you'll more than likely get something called bird. And bird could be any bird. So that is a bit confronting for Western people. You do get beef, so we have beef fur, but not as much as we would in the West, like a full-on steak. Here, when I've had a full-on steak, it comes with in fact, I had one yesterday. It comes with a steak and vegetables and corn and gravy, but it's one steak cut into cubes, and it goes in the center of the table, and everybody shares that. So it's not like you're munching down a quarter pounder. We don't have fast food chain burgers where I am here. There's no two-all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. We're eating fresh food. I'd say predominantly we're eating pork, but the amount of pork is probably a fifth of what you'd serve up for a meal in the West, and a lot more vegetables. And I see a bucket load of vegetables going into the pot to come out as 3 cups of vegetables wilted down, and we eat that. The other thing that you're getting a lot of is the juice that's cooked in, so you never throw away what you cook the food in. That's used as a garnish or a sauce or a topping for whatever you're eating. Offal is big here. Now, I don't eat offal, but a lot of people do, and it's nose to tail eating. So when you're eating an animal here, you're eating every part of that animal. The diet, for the main part, seems to be fresher, in that I don't know what freshness is, but because the packaging we have in the West is designed to make it look fresh, but I feel like when I eat the food here, it's a lot fresher. I don't know what that is. Got a interesting story from a colleague of mine yesterday. He says, I don't eat, he lives here. I don't eat Vietnamese food. I focus on the Western food. I have a pizza or a steak or some spaghetti or something. I said, oh, why's that? And he thinks the food maybe not produced in the best way possible. But there's 100 million people that eat that food, and they seem to be going okay. So don't really know the answer there. The second thing about the food is that it's there's never any leftovers. It's cooked fresh every meal. And the other thing I've noticed is that you can leave food out here. So they'll leave food out on the bench for a couple of hours. Whereas where I come from, the food immediately it's finished with goes back in the fridge. So that's another thing I noticed differently. But the diet here definitely agrees with me. Fresh food, cooked fresh, with a variety of animals, not just the 4 that the overlords have told us that we can eat. Got some more ladies here doing their dancing. Every day. So, hello. Xin chào. She's filming me and I'm filming her. How's that go? Oh, there goes Lynn. Okay, where's she? So that's a new Ford Explorer, that white one over there. And Lynn's one of my wife's friends, and she lives in that fella there, the white one. And if I do a 180-degree spin around, you'll notice that her view is quite good. So that pretty much wraps up the diet. One, we eat a lot more variety than I have in the West. And 2, we eat it fresher. If you're coming to Vietnam, give it all a shot. Put your inhibitions behind you and have a crack at snails, iguanas, offal, and all those things that you never touch on in the West. All right, on to item 2, lifestyle. Xin chào. So exactly what I'm talking about. This is 6:10 in the morning, and we've already had 3 lots of ladies out. A lot of people exercising, and the lifestyle is just a healthy one. 2 aunties there out riding bikes. They would have been in their late 70s, just going for a bike ride together. And people down here at the exercise equipment. Hello. And they keep saying hello to me. So this walkway's pretty full and a lot of people out exercising. So the lifestyle from my perspective is a lot more laid back than where I come from. It's family orientated, and now the more people saying hello, and it really focuses on what's the family doing, and that's the extended family right out to the grandparents, and how are we going to get together and do more of that. It's community focused, as you can see from all the people out here this morning, and I haven't even got to talking about this one yet, and you can already see the lifestyle here is just fantastic. This is 6:17 in the morning now, and everybody's out doing some exercise. I'm doing some exercise. I've become Vietnamese, and I will go and hit a coffee shop at about 7:15, and then get home by 8:15, and take a shower and get the day underway. Today we've got a family activity. We're going with the whole family to like an eco lodge, 30 minutes out of Ha Long. I think we're going to go there in the early afternoon, have a bit of fun out there looking at all things ecological, and then have a dinner together as a family. That goes right from the grandparents right through to the grandchildren. So, lifestyle in Vietnam, if you value peace and quiet, if you value, I've got to get across the road over there. If you value family connections and just a feeling of well-being, then Vietnam's going to be the place for you. So if you're thinking about coming to Vietnam, let me know when you're coming, where you're going, and what you're going to do here. I've got a good example of the, before 6:30 in the morning, a good example of the community spirit here. Pickleball is something that's really taken off in Vietnam, and I've just walked past the pickleball courts, you know, and they've just smashed these in 3 weeks, so there's no real long-term planning, and they're really popular. So I'm going to try and get across the road, which is proving a little difficult here, show you the pickleball courts, and then let you go on your way. It's always worthwhile having the camera on when I'm crossing the road, because that could go viral. What we've got here is an alleged crosswalk, but what I'm looking for is that gap in the curb over there, so I don't have to lift my knees up to my chin. So this is to stop motorbikes coming up on the walkway, but of course it could trip up a pedestrian like me. So I step carefully over it. I step onto the road with confidence, and there's nothing coming that way. So I'll pan the camera around to the other side here. You're looking straight into the sun. I'm going to go in front of that car that's coming, and I just walk slowly, and I don't adjust my pace, because that would be a disaster. All right. Thanks for stopping by today. It's really good to have the community out and about every couple of days. It's probably 3 times every 2 weeks. I'm not a prolific poster. I post what's on my mind, and my plan is to show you the sights and sounds of Ha Long Bay. So here we have pickleball, court number 1. On court number 2 we have lady practicing. Now on court number 3, the team that shagged me versus Mr. Universe, 2-on-1. Here we have 1-on-1, a couple of young boys. That's about court number 5. And court number 6 here, it's 4-on-1. So this guy is just amazing. And then over the back there, behind these 5 or 6, is another court. So very popular here in Ha Long. If you ever get over here, bring your pickleball racket, and I'll see you on the court.